only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you...
This is the time when we talk about our random thoughts here. What I want to talk about this time around, Adrienne, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
All right. What I want to talk about is the ideal team player. And what I mean by that is that the ideal team player has three attributes. Adrienne, do you remember what those attributes were?
They are humble, hungry, and smart.
Humble, hungry, and smart. So let's talk about humble. Ideal team players are humble. They lack excessive ego or concerns about status. Humble people are quick to point out the contributions of others and slow to seek attention for their own. They share credit, emphasize team over self, and define success collectively rather than individually. What else do you know about humble people, Adrienne?
They make good team members.
Yes, they don't fiddle with their microphone when we're recording a radio show. Those are the humble team members. And hungry, you know what? Before I read it, you tell me what, in a sentence or two, what's a hungry team player?
Somebody that has a strong drive. Someone that will do what it takes to get the job done.
They're always looking for more things to do, more to learn, more responsibility to take on. Hungry people almost never have to be pushed by a manager to work harder because they are self-motivated and diligent. They're constantly thinking about the next step and the next opportunity. And then the last one is smart. But do we mean like IQ smart, college smart?
No, it's more like along the lines of people smart and having good people skills, having good interpersonal type of relationships.
They have a common sense about people. Smart people tend to know what is happening in a group situation and how to deal with others in the most effective way. They have good judgment and intuition around the subtleties of group dynamics and the impact of the words and actions. So they have good people skills, self-awareness, group awareness, external awareness, situational awareness. Can I use the word awareness more in a sentence? So what are the three again, Adrienne?
Humble, hungry, smart.
I got good news for you. We have somebody on the line who is humble, who is hungry, and who is smart. And who is that, Adrienne?
That is Duke Kim Han of Hawaii Pacific Property Management with his tip of the week.
Hey, Duke.
Wow, that's a lot of info right there. A lot of H's.
That's it.
Yes.
So it's spring break right now, and in the property management business, that's a really bad time for a lot of things. But in our market that we have going on right now, that was created by the craziness of lack of inventory. So I was told by a seminar that there is 45 million millennials that are looking for homes right now.
Yeah.
And there's only 1 million homes a year that's coming into the inventory. So I think there's a house shortage, big time. Just experienced it in Vegas. I live it here in Hawaii every day. And my website normally has 20 to 40 vacant homes on it at all times. Right now we have 12.
Wow.
And and of those 12, I think 6 of them already have applications in on them. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
So we're seeing it on the sales side and the rental side. This is just severe
it's all
shortage.
Pushing down. But my tip of the week is stating that right after spring break, because spring break runs nationally the whole month of March, you have all kinds of high schools, colleges, and grade schools that are breaking so kids can go on vacation. Right now, I have 3 property managers who are all in Vegas because it's spring break. They all have kids out of school.
Nice.
And Following this is April. April starts the season for military move out and move in. And that in Hawaii is a big deal.
Yeah.
You have approximately 15,000 families who will be switching out. That means 75 to 8,000 out and 7,500 to 8,000 in. So you got 5 military bases that are going to be switching out soon. So a lot of things are going to happen. Movers are going to be busy. Cleaners are going to be busy. Handymen are going to be busy. And realtors are going to be busy because a lot of those people will sell.
PCS season.
Right. If you're getting ready to ramp up your advertising for being a realtor or being a property manager, now is the time to get that stuff going. Because right following this little break, there's going to be a lot of craziness for us.
So with your 12 properties that are currently available, you think that you guys are going to have a little bit more inventory starting in April? It's more inventory to choose from?
I don't know what this year is going to bring because we're going to have more of a normalized move session with COVID and all the mask things, mandates are disappearing and everything's going back to normal. So if it's normal, we'll have 70 vacant properties on our website, usually by May. May is the peak of it. June is busy, but it's already starting to ramp down. July is kind of the end of it because school starts usually the first week of August. So, yeah, May, June, July, hopefully we'll be back to normal. But last year we only had about 30 on our website. We didn't have a really big, crazy PCS season last year because of COVID.
Yeah. Things were delayed and people were staying put.
Well, I'm looking forward to getting back to normal.
Back to normal.
Yes.
We heard no mask coming up.
Yes.
March 26th or
March 26th. It's
no mask.
Official from the governor. Yeah, just like you make an announcement that you guys can go take your mask off March. What's the date again?
March 25th.
Oh, thank you for my staff keeping me organized. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's funny. But yeah, that's my tip of the week this week. Good luck. Yeah. We'll see you soon at the end of spring break.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Duke.
Duke is telling you guys, be prepared. Get prepared.
Be ready for the PCS season.
Thank you, Duke.
It's coming up. All right. So you can get a hold of Duke and his team at 445-9223. You can also find them under the resource tab on Experts We Trust.
Hey, so we were talking about the ideal team players and the 3 virtues that we want them to have.
Humble, hungry, and smart.
And by the way, this came from Patrick Lencioni. He's wrote a couple of books. Ideal Team Player.
I forget the others.
5 Dysfunctions of a Team. He's actually come out with a couple of different ones, but he's studied hundreds of businesses, talked with tons and tons of CEOs, interviewed lots of employees. And what they realized over doing this for 10, 15 years, doing a TED Talk on it, is that these same 3 things were showing up in the employees or team members of organizations that were achieving things at a high level. And you know what we found? That's how you want your kids to be. That's how you want your significant other to be. Your church organization, your Boy Scouts, your Girl Scouts, any organization that you're in, or either you as an individual or the individuals you hanging out with, wouldn't it be cool if they were humble, hungry, smart? Yeah.
And we're looking for some more team members
that have those things.
Yes, that have those attributes. We're actively looking. We have openings.
If you're a business owner, I got some good news for you. It's so easy to implement this in your organization. How, Adrian?
Well, you hire people that are humble, hungry, and smart.
Even easier than that is we will come to your place of business. Let's say you're having a monthly, quarterly, annual meeting, and you're like, wow, we want to bring somebody in to teach what does it mean to be an ideal team player to the members of our team. And you can start finding and working with organizations or being that organization that works with humble, hungry, and smart people. Speaking of which, we got another humble, hungry, and smart person. Who's that, Adrian?
We got Kyle Shimoda of Impact Wealth Solutions.
Welcome.
Welcome, Kyle.
Hello.
What's your tip? What's your tip this week?
That was our NPR welcome. Welcome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Tip of the week, so talking about selling property, investment property especially, and and having options. A lot of people hold on to property right now, likely because they don't think they can find a replacement property as good as theirs, and without a replacement, and not having the 1031 exchange as an option might mean extra taxes on capital gains, less income, and so I think for a lot of people it's just about timing, and having options like a Delaware statutory trust in a 1031 exchange can be huge, allowing people that freedom and flexibility to list and sell a property and know that you can always find another physical property to manage it. As a backup, you have the DST.
So with your 1031 exchange, you are exchanging one like-kind property for another like-kind property.
Well, I'll make it even simpler. On our website, we got 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's right.
Number 1, sell the property. Number 2, do a 1031. Number 3, put it in a DST. Boom, done. Microphone drop.
Or you could put it in a combination of other residential properties and a DST, or even have like different DSTs that you have your money spread out through.
Kyle, give us an example. What is available if I were to go to the Impact Wealth Chinese all-you-can-eat buffet? What would be on the buffet for our choices?
Well, these go very quickly. In this market, real estate, physical property and DSTs go very, very fast. So right at this moment, we have 2 self-storage properties available. We had a multifamily just filled up like yesterday. It went super fast. We got a few more coming down the pipeline. So we always have them available. And no matter when you're selling, when you're listing, when you're in escrow, we'll likely always have something.
Adrian, speaking of DSTs that are self-storage units, would you
one.
by any chance have some personal experience with that?
Yes.
That you could share?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
so I personally have a DST with a self-storage unit. And actually Kyle informed me a couple weeks ago that it spans across 4 different states. And
do you even know where what states?
I mean, he told me, but I don't.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because the money comes in every month.
Have you gone and inspected these self-storage facilities?
No, and I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm just happy.
What if they had an auction, like they were auctioning off the lockers and you could get on like Storage Wars?
No, thank you. That's too much work. Okay. No, thanks. I just want them to just take the money every month. Very happy. I'll take the appreciation as well.
What was your investment and what are you getting per month?
So I invested about $100,000 in there after everything was all said and done.
How much money you getting every month?
And then I had to do I think a 50% debt, debt.
Hey. We keeping it simple. How much money you get every month?
About $500 a month.
Okay. So that's about how much? What is that percentage wise? That's like 5%?
We're right about a 5% cap
And then
rate.
you got a statement or whatever.
Yeah,
so
9%. 9%.
That's it.
Yeah. It was very easy.
That's it.
Very
exciting. Sounds complicated, but
it's not.
Kyle said, keep it simple.
That's right.
Keep it simple. And I think what Adrian was alluding to, and I'll keep it super simple, was she had debt on the property, and it would have been hard to replace that with traditional financing. So fortunately, these DSTs can replace that debt for people.
Yeah.
And it doesn't show up on my credit report. I'm so happy.
No qualification for the financing.
Non-recourse loan. So it's taken off your credit and free.
Yeah, and they didn't even pull my credit. They're not looking for that. I didn't need to qualify for any loan.
They used the Jerry Maguire method. Show me the money.
That's right.
Show me the money. So, Kyle, as far as the company that you got, how long has the DST as an investment model been around?
The DST has been around since 2004. So you can go to IRC 2004-86. It's been around for a long time. And the DST sponsors we work with, they've been doing this for, 17 years. They've been in real estate for almost 50.
Yeah.
Us as a firm, all of us in the firm have been doing this for well over a decade. And I think just the DST team, our combined industry experiences over 50 years.
By the way, if somebody needs to sell a property that's not performing anywhere in the United States, even in the mainland, you guys can still help them with the DST. Correctamundo?
That's right.
Absolutely. Yep, all 50 states.
You have
all over.
Kyle, you have to say correctamundo.
Correctamundo.
That's it. Our word of the day. So that's it. Make it super easy. If anything, I would tell anybody the only regret that you would have is that you didn't schedule your free consultation with Kyle sooner and learned about this, many years ago. So that's it, Kyle.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Kyle.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So you can get a hold of Kyle and his team. You can give them a call at 348-2221. Also check them out on Experts We Trust page under the resource tab on teamlally.com.
Yeah. So continue. It's like we're breaking up this conversation it's like a Twix bar with 4 pieces in it. We're breaking it up. So humble, hungry, smart is the ideal anybody that you want to be or be around.
And you were talking about bringing this into your company and that we would come in and help to
Adrian and I
have that conversation.
We'll facilitate the conversation. We'll call it like what do I call it? Like an intervention. We'll do a company intervention, talk about, humble, hungry, smart, and
just help change the culture into something a little bit more positive.
And you know what? When it's positive, it's more profitable.
That's right.
Positive cultures are more profitable. Speaking of someone that we enjoy hanging out with and spending time with because he is humble, hungry, and smart.
And he's positive and profitable as well.
And he's positive and profitable. Who is it, Adrian?
We have Randy from Maui with his Maui tip of the week.
Hello, Randy.
Aloha from the island of Maui.
Aloha.
Maui no Kauai. So what's
Maui
happening?
No Kauai.
What's happening?
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic day in Maui, and the visitors and tourists are packing the beaches.
Yeah.
Are you guys still out of rental cars over there?
I think so.
Oh, man. Then it's still Maui no Ka'ar. Maui no Ka'ar. And we know it's busy. We were there a couple of weeks. We come visit with you.
I know.
And we wanted to go to our breakfast place.
Mm-hmm.
Kihei Cafe.
Yes.
The line is around the corner. I'm walking past this line and I'm saying to myself, kind of out loud in a snooty voice, the pancakes ain't that good. And then they were waiting.
We found another place
right around the corner
that didn't have such a long line.
Right around the corner, we walked right in, but the food was just as good. But it's an indication that things are bouncing back.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Bouncing back.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are bouncing back. We just got our February market stats.
Yeah.
And
do share.
Prices are still moving up. The median price for homes is about $1.1 million on Maui.
Mm-hmm.
Condos is about $750,000. Inventory is still at an all-time low, but that doesn't mean there are not opportunities, because even in a rising market with low inventory, there's still opportunities. And I don't like people to think that they can't get into the market, but you can if you have a realtor that knows how to find you off-market opportunities, and that's what my team does.
That's what Randy does. They're out there kicking doors in, knocking on the car windows at red lights. He has people standing on the corners with cardboard signs saying, we need homes.
No, he's talking story. He's making friends.
Yeah,
he's getting the scoop. So he knows what's coming up. And that's how Randy does it.
Yeah.
We got to do that nowadays.
You're the Maui house whisperer.
That's right.
People come up to you and go,
that's a good brand.
I have a house to sell, Randy. You say, and then you look at them and you go, I see listings.
He does.
Yeah.
And we have fun.
And
we have fun. It doesn't matter what's going on, this and that. We have fun. And I think that's important.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, totally.
All right. Well, thank you, Randy.
Yes. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Anytime. Aloha.
Aloha.
All right. So if you want to get a hold of Randy or any of our neighbor island experts, just give us a call at 799-9596 and we will make that connection.
By the way, we're talking all islands.
Mm-hmm.
Maui, Big Island,
Kauai. Yeah.
Maui, Big Island, Kauai. Wait, the missing one. Lanai. We could even have somebody help you on Lanai.
Mm-hmm.
And even what's the other islands? I'm missing a couple islands.
Molokai. Yes.
Nothing on Niihau because I think
it's not allowed.
It's not the Robinson. I think the Robinson family, they own that. Not the ones that, Will Robinson. Danger, not that Robinson family.
All right. So we want to wrap up the Humble, Hungry, Smart so we can take a break?
Yeah. So if you have a company and you're having some kind of annual get-together, here's what we do know. You are never a prophet in your own village, which means that a lot of times you'll come in and talk to your team members or your company about these things.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we always talk about that, but nothing ever changes. And then when you bring in a stranger, it's called the stranger effect. We bring in a proven process that's backed up by tons and tons of data, years and years of experience and research. And Adrian, is it something that we incorporate in our own team?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We talk about it often, as well as our core values.
So, and these core values are humble, hungry, smart, and we hire to them. What's next?
We learn to them.
We train and coach to them, and
we fire to them.
We fire to them.
Yes.
All right. So speaking of firing, we're gonna fire ourselves right now because we're gonna take a break. But before.
Yes, but stay with us. When we come back, we'll be talking to Bonnie Delgado of Core Power Yoga. We're going to talk about Core Power Yoga's mission and how they help the community.
So stay with us.
Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar.
Hey, it's Tina Hollyfield with the Royal Ride on Country 97.5. And have you ever needed to turn around a negative into a positive? Well, after these past few years, I know I have. And that's exactly what my friends, Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu, did for the Nofutolu family. Originally, the Nofutolu family worked with an agent who tried to convince them to sell their Waipahu property as a short sale. But Team Lally totally disagreed. Using their innovative marketing strategies, Team Lally placed the home on the market and sold the property for $1.1 million, a full $100,000 over the asking price. This is just another example of how Adrian and Attilio's home selling system is on a whole nother level, different from the average agent to get your home sold fast and for the most money possible. I am positive you'll get great results too when you call Team Lally at 808-799-9596 or visit teamlally.com today.
Hi, I'm Barbara Corcoran. To sell your home on time for the most money, you need a sharp agent with a marketing strategy that creates the most demand. Bottom line, you need a partner willing to put their own money on the line for you. In Hawaii, I would hire Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. Their marketing strategy is so effective that if your home doesn't sell on terms you agree to, Team Lally will buy it. Partner with the team I trust. Go online or call and get your home sold.
Hello, Hawaii. It's Colin Coward. Things may have changed in the sports world, but the games must go on. Look, I invest in real estate all over America, and right now with the ultra-low interest rates everywhere, if you're serious about selling your home, you need to talk to my friends Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally, Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. Team Lally's incredible marketing with 3D tours and its huge database of buyers has continued to sell homes quickly with multiple offers over the asking price. Adrian and Attilio continue to spend tens of thousands per month on marketing to attract hundreds of buyers every month using a unique app that communicates daily with over 3 million luxury home buyers around the United States. Adrian and Attilio guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it themselves. Give Adrian and Attilio a call at 799-9596 or online at teamlally.com. That's teamlally.com. And start packing.
Hey, Buck, as a real estate investor, if you were going to buy or sell property in Hawaii, what's the first thing you'd do?
That's an easy call. Call Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi of Team Lally Real Estate Group of Keller Williams, Honolulu. They've always guaranteed to sell your home or they will buy it. I love that confidence and the marketing that backs it up.
You aren't alone. Sean Hannity, Colin Cowherd, Scotty B, and Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank all agree with us. Team Lally are the agents we trust, and that trust is well-founded. They're selling homes for up to $70,000 over asking. What would you do with an extra $70,000?
How much time do you have? I mean, I've got a long list. Do yourself a favor. Check out all the reviews and see why thousands trust Team Lally. Google Team Lally, or if you want immediate answers, give them a call at 799-9596.
And don't forget to check out the Team Lally Real Estate Show right here every Saturday morning at 10. Get the best advice from Team Lally.
Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Attilio.
And if you have any questions, just give us a call at 799-9596 or check us out online at teamlally.com.
Our guest today is originally from Florida. She graduated from NYU with a dance and fashion major. She transitioned to yoga to complement her surf lifestyle upon moving to Hawaii. As a yoga teacher, she hopes to provide healing and better performance and longevity of the mind and body through yoga techniques. Please welcome to the show the area manager of Core Power Yoga, Kapolei and Kahala. Who is it, Adrian?
Bonnie Delgado.
Bonnie Delgado.
Welcome, Bonnie.
Thank you. Aloha.
Aloha.
Adrian and Attilio. So good to hear your voices.
Yes. So, we have a lot of listeners that maybe it's still part of the new part of the year. They're like, hey, I need to make a change in my life. And I was thinking of making a little bit more commitment than just eating low-fat yogurt. Maybe I'm thinking I should do yoga.
It's a great change.
Yeah, I agree. Yogurt's not too bad, but yoga
is better.
It's the new tagline for yoga. Yogurt is okay, but yoga is better.
So I like it. More better.
Yeah.
So before we get into the yoga, how long ago did you arrive here from Florida, and what prompted that big move?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sure. To try to keep it in a nutshell. I moved here from actually New York City after I lived in Florida. I went to school in New York, NYU, and spent 10 years in New York City, and then eventually moved out here. Really just kind of looking to make changes in my life and create something that was more sustainable and a life I didn't want to escape from, and I think there's a lot of us feeling that way. So I moved out here about 17 years ago, and I've never felt so at home or more in a part of a community as I have here in Hawaii.
Nice.
So you set your goals and you went for it. You had a visualization, and I think that's pretty brave, coming all the way from the East Coast to Hawaii to live out your dreams. So congratulations.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that is brave.
No, so you are, full-time into yoga, and that's pretty noteworthy. I mean, a lot of people are like, a lot of times people say, oh, I'm a yoga instructor. And you're like, okay, what does that really mean?
Like, what else do you do?
Yeah. And, but you are, you're running, managing 2 studios, and
you even launched the Kapolei one.
Launched it. You were the opener.
Yes.
And, but talk more about yoga, because I think, yoga is not something that corporate America picked up on and ran with it. It was been around for thousands of years. Talk about the mind and body connection or improvement that yoga provides.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe share some personal experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Where to start with the yoga? I mean, I have so many personal, things because I come from a dance background. I'll share a little bit because I know I also am sharing on the show, but a little bit of the history of Core Power Yoga, because we are the biggest corporate yoga company in the world right now. And for a lot of people, we're the first introduction to yoga, which is really, kind of what we're known for and what we're proud of, because we say we're like kind of the gateway to going deeper into your yoga practice. And Core Power Yoga was started by somebody who worked in corporate America, who was very successful and had an injury actually, and was trying to recover from injury, and was told to go to yoga after physical therapy, and found not only the physical benefits, but then again the mind body benefits, and the connection, the focus. And this person was Trevor Tyson. He was very successful business person and also an athletic person, and so bringing those two kind of worlds together and finding the benefits of what yoga can bring to those two worlds, right? To our workplace or to our daily life, and then also to the other things that we do physically in our bodies. And for me, I transitioned from dance to yoga, but I also kind of sought out yoga to support the other things that I do in my life, like surfing, and it's really helped me grow a lot stronger in that.
Yeah, and you talked about the the connection between the athleticism or athletes, because it's, back way when it was like, hey, we only do it in a commune, back in the day, and it's all, it's just a different lifestyle. But now I know for a fact that a lot of quite a few NBA and NFL teams incorporate yoga into their training because it just creates a better athlete mentally and physically. So
exactly. And I mean, and I think that's kind of what shifted for me personally. It took me a while to really appreciate and understand yoga. And for a long time, as a dancer and somebody who wanted to be a professional dancer, I thought yoga was just something that hippies did because they weren't flexible. And, that was
because they don't have any furniture and they're always sitting on the floor. So they need to be flexible to sit down.
Exactly. So, and now I'm one of those hippies. But I didn't understand it for what it was until I saw it in another lens, and I tried core power yoga, and, I had the music and the other things going on and just the physical challenges, and to me, I hadn't really been challenged with a lot of yoga until I started going to core power yoga. And that's where not only my athletic side, felt challenged and felt excited, but then also to see other people, I started seeing professional surfers doing it. I see Carissa Moore there, and I see, Flynn Novak, and that also made me feel like I'm gonna get stronger from this. I'm gonna benefit from this, and I can, maybe I can be as strong as that one day, and that's what yoga gives you, is that knowledge that you have infinite potential, that you have so many, there are so many things that we are capable of.
Sure.
So Bonnie, what would be your advice for someone that's new to yoga, that
they don't even know how to spell yoga?
They just want to kind of check it out. Maybe they feel a little intimidated about even just coming into the studio and self-conscious. What would be your advice for someone like that?
For sure. Because that's very common. And a lot of people, I hear a lot of times, I know I need to go to yoga, but I'm not flexible. And that is that's the reason to go to yoga. Exactly. It is because, maybe you're not flexible, or maybe you want to be stronger, or whatever it is that you need physically or mentally, that is what will help you get to that place where you want to be. And it's so different from, again, coming from a dance background where, everything is aesthetic and something is supposed to look a certain way. But what is so amazing about yoga is it really isn't about how it looks. It's about what is happening, internally, whether it's in your body or your mind or whatever. And the outside posture is really just a vehicle to find that, to tune into that.
What I like is that, in yoga, we have all kind of body types. Not everybody is the prima donna ballerina, and looking totally ripped, like they just, they're on break with Cirque du Soleil. And we have all the body types, and it's a very comfortable environment. For me, my goal, I work out a lot, but I don't do a lot of stretching. So it's 1 hour of stretching. And for me, I have a very simple goal. I just want to be able to touch my toes, because I am not flexible. And it's going to take me a long time. In fact, I started, then COVID hit. I got all stiff as a board, and then I had to start all over again. But I'm enjoying the journey back again, because you just get back on that horse and do it again with the yoga.
So
exactly, and it's benefiting you whether or not you actually touch your toes.
Yes,
the journey is the benefit. Yes.
So Bonnie, what about the classes for the newer people that are just new to yoga?
Describe what that would look like if they're going into a C1.
Yeah, sure. So our C1 classes is what we call the beginner class, and that is because it is always the same. So it will, every time you go to a C1, you'll see the same postures, and it's helpful for the newer students to be able to learn what the postures are called, what the alignment is. We'll move a little bit slower and break down alignment and postures, so that then we can move with a stronger foundation into some of the other classes. That one is also unheated. So most of our classes are heated. That is one of the only ones that is not heated.
Yes.
And that's also great, because if you have a heart condition, practicing in the heat is not optimal. So that is also a great option for, anyone who doesn't want to be in the heat or cannot be in the heat. So that's a great one. We've also got some great workshops coming up, a foundations workshop on Monday, the 21st. where we will be kind of bringing back something that we did when we first opened the studio, which was kind of a back to basics idea or a foundations workshop where we go even slower than a C1 because a C1 is not necessarily slow. And we break down the postures even more for deeper understanding of the postures and what we should be feeling in our bodies.
I found that helpful when I first started because I never did yoga prior to Core Power.
So where could our listeners go to find out more about the upcoming classes, schedules, special workshops?
What does it look like to get started?
Yeah. How did they get more information?
More definitely on everything's online, so they can go to corepoweryoga.com. You can also download the app. We just upgraded the app, so you can sign up, start an account and everything right through the app. And you can get started with the 2 free weeks if you've never visited us before. That is either will roll into a membership or will you can cancel it out before it rolls into the membership. And right now that is the trial offer that we have available. There's always there may be some promotion here or there, different things going on depending on the season or the time, but that's what's going on right now. And we're trying to get together some outdoor community classes within the next month or so.
Yeah.
So look out for that. And again, you'll see all of those things scheduled on our app, on our website. And
it's very easy to book a class.
Will also show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it is, right? Now that we got the technology
opening it up. But
Yeah.
even then, just whether the classes are full or not, with the app, it makes it so easy to sign up for the classes. The other thing I want to point out, the misperception is people like, hey, it's a bunch of hippies getting together to do yoga. And what's worse than that? A bunch of smelly hippies getting ready to do yoga because it's hot in there. But it's anything but, because the air is it's when you say air conditioned, we always think of cold air, but it's conditioning of the air. So it's being recirculated through, so it's fresh. And then I know at Kapolei, it's one of the newer studios. So you guys have the infrared heaters up in the ceilings, which is kind of nice. But even if it's not, what I get from that experience is you're just dripping with all the sweat. And people know if you drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, and sweat, you're getting all those toxins, all that negativity you have out onto your yoga mat.
Exactly.
So
it's so important, all of that, to just get it all out of our bodies.
And I think it's a warmer environment, so your muscles stay warmer, so it's easy to stretch and loosen up those muscles. Adrian?
So we're talking about the Kapolei studio.
Yeah.
Bonnie, where else is this Core Powers? Where are these studios located?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've Kapolei Commons, right by Genki Sushi, if people know where that is. We've also got the Ward Studio in town, right by TJ Maxx in South Shore Marketplace. Kahala Studio was the first one on the island. That's in Kahala Mall. And then we've also got Kailua, which is where Whole Foods is, in the same building that Whole Foods is.
Nice. What's nice
so
too
you
is
can usually
that
find us near a Whole Foods.
when you travel, you can go to the other ones. Like I have adult kids that live in Scottsdale, so I'm always going to Old Town Scottsdale for yoga.
Except for
we have almost 200 studios.
You missed the Kapolei one though when you go there.
Yeah,
Kapolei is best.
Oh.
I do. Kapolei is the best. The other thing I wanted to point out to, maybe you're feeling a little fluffy from the COVID. You put on the COVID 19 pounds, and the sculpt class. Talk about the sculpt, because I was gone for like 40 days, and I was gathering 2 animals and putting them in an ark, and then I came back. And when you're away from people, I'm just joking, I was visiting my kids, but when you're away for a long time is when you notice a difference. And I noticed my fellow studio members were like, dang, they were shedding some weight with the sculpt. So talk about sculpt. What is that? Because people think, oh, I'm super flexy, but I'm fluffy, but you can shed weight with the sculpt. Tell us about sculpt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll win with all of it, really. But the sculpt class, we have a joke. We call it the gateway drug, because it really is, it's the format that a lot of people love, because they can't get into the yoga. It's too slow. It's, they get distracted. So yoga sculpt is kind of like a C2 or like a power vinyasa class with weights layered in. So we do reps, we do cardio, we got squats. It's a lot of fun.
In the middle of a rave.
Bumping.
It's like,
good music.
And that's what sold me. That is literally, that is why I do yoga now. And that's why, and it's funny because for a long time I was only a sculptor. I don't want to teach I don't want to teach any other. I just want to sculpt.
Yeah.
And, now I just want to lay on blocks and do restorative and yin, I'm a hippie. I just want to I want to be a hippie and stretch. That's what I want to do.
I think it supports whatever your mindset or your mentality, your disposition is. You guys have the full spectrum from C1 to Sculpt. And to me, I'm like, I'm just not feeling Sculpt today, so I do a C2. I'm not feeling C2, so I want to do a Sculpt and work some stuff out.
So a lot of options.
Yes, and every day, because you go through the full range of those classes every day. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And last one is so what kind of temperatures? Because people think it's like, some kind of
unbearable,
some kind of, Guantanamo torture program. But what are the temperatures we're looking at? And then talk about the masks and what we're moving into as far as masks.
For sure. Well, the temperatures, so yes, we are hot yoga. And as I mentioned, the C1 and core store, if you do see that on the schedule, are unheated.
Yeah.
And then our C2 and Sculpt classes are anywhere between 92 and 95 degrees. We've been keeping it on the lower side because we're wearing masks. But looking forward to getting rid of that after the mandate lifts, which we think is on the 25th. And and then as far as our hottest class that we offer is Hot Power Fusion, and that is similar to if you've ever taken a Bikram class. It's a 60-minute format, and it's the 26 postures. It's a very healing class, and I recommend that one for anyone who's coming back from a injury, especially if there's shoulder wrist stuff involved, because it's all standing and balancing, and we don't put weight on our hands or shoulders. So that's a great option if if that's just not what you need right now in your body.
Yeah, and then you guys, it's not like super intense either. Like I know some people are like, you know what, I just need to go into child's pose or shavasana. I'm kind of done for the moment, and there's no pressure to like keep going. You be where you're at.
Exactly. Tap out when you need to tap out, and you come back when you're ready.
Yeah. And Adrian?
Yeah, so Bonnie, I know that like as the studios have reopened and membership is growing, you guys have gotten a lot of new teachers trained up. Are you looking for more teachers? Is there upcoming trainings that if any of our listeners are interested? How does that work?
We are. That's a great question. Absolutely. We are always looking to fill out our schedules, and there's always opportunities for growth. We have a lot of different options right now. There are some intensive trainings happening. One this weekend coming up, but we have them going on monthly now. So if anyone out there does have their 200-hour already certification, but they're not trained with core power yoga and want to teach with us, they can do one of those intensives and get certified to teach with us.
Nice.
And then we also have a 200-hour training coming up starting on the week of the 28th of March. So that will be a hybrid program that is partially online and then partially in the studio. So we're getting kind of the best of both worlds. There's the flexibility of the online learning experience, but then the connection of the in-person in-studio experience as well.
I want to share with people too, there's a sense of community because everybody starts getting to know each other, and we know the instructors. And so it's, I think there's more, I don't know, what I would use would be accountability in a group environment where people are like, hey, I didn't see you at C2, or hey,
where have you been?
Exactly. Where you been?
Where you been? And,
exactly.
They go to your house, kick your door in, and drag you to yoga. No, we don't do that. But
maybe John will.
But Adrian, you had another question?
So you had talked about some community events, Bonnie. Where exactly will those be taking place? Is that with the schools or
planning?
Yeah, give us some updates on that.
Great. Well, yes, we've got a lot of stuff in the works right now. And looking at even like working with sustainable coastlines and beach cleanups coming up for Earth Day. But we are looking to create the Ohana Yoga classes. Especially in Kapolei, a lot of our instructors are also school teachers.
Yes.
So just a way for us to give back to the community and get the local community, just outside and doing stuff together and trying out yoga, maybe if it's new to them. So we are still scouting spaces and looking for the right locations, but we're thinking, beach parks, outside public areas around. One of our instructors teaches at Waianae, another one in Eva and Kapolei. So just all over wherever our, we're able to reach our students, and look out for those. They will be posted they'll be on our schedule, but also probably on our Facebook.
Yeah, what I like about the yoga workout is that it's having you take an inward journey, because when you're outside the studio, or outside of a yoga class, just everything's coming at you, the phones, the kids, the significant others. And then when in the yoga, the phones, the kids, and the significant others, well, they might be next to you, but they got to be quiet at least.
Yeah.
And all that is out, and you can focus inward and take care of yourself. Because I know a lot of times we feel guilty about taking care of ourselves, but if you really want to take care of others, you got to take care of yourself. So I highly recommend yoga.
Exactly.
And go check it out. There's 2 weeks free.
2 weeks free.
So you can
How long is that offer good for?
Right now it's indefinitely. So that's our
nice.
initial promotional offer. And so there may be some other ones seasonal and things that come up.
But people will look at I would tell people that look at the cost of it, and you need to flip that word around to investment, because what's the cost of your health?
Yeah, of you not going to yoga.
Mental well-being.
Yeah.
So it's an investment in your body. We're only going through this world with the one suit called your body.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well take care of it, and your mind. So.
All true.
Okay.
So true.
So Bonnie, is there anything that we should have touched on that we didn't?
Or any stories
with our time together, or like a success story? Yeah. Give us a success story you can share.
Stories. Oh my goodness, so many success stories. Gosh, so many. I guess I'll start with Maka, who she opened the Kapolei studio with me, and I remember her. I did my teacher training at the Kapolei studio. And I led Maka's teacher training out there. And, I remember just kind of watching her growth and development. And she ended up coming out to Kapolei or to from that side and opened the jiu-jitsu studio and was teaching yoga to a lot of the her jiu-jitsu crew. And when the time came to, that we got the word we were going to open Kapolei, Maka had been waiting for it. And she was actually waiting to finish some of her trainings. Because she was waiting for us to open up out there. And so it was just the way that the timing all kind of worked out and things happened. And just to see her, go from all of a sudden just like a brand new teacher to a leader. And she really is. She's just so inspiring. And, she helped me open that studio and create the community in Kapolei. And then now she is managing the Kailua studio, and she's also working on going back to school and getting her master's degree, and she's going to school for social work. And, I watched her. She actually got to teach co-teach one of the Olelo yoga classes when we first opened the studio in Hawaiian language. So that was Makana and Malia had started teaching those classes, and they actually translated everything directly from Sanskrit to Hawaiian.
Those classes were packed,
keep it
by
as
the way.
Authentic.
They were packed.
Yes, they were
very popular.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so, and I got to, Maka wasn't a fluent Olelo speaker, but she studied it and knew enough, so she had to get to watch her, study and work to teach that class, and to see her kind of step into that and embrace that, because I think, I know that she had expressed to me that for a long time she was struggling to feel connected to, a lot of her culture and her history. And so that was just such a beautiful moment. And hopefully we'll get those classes back one day, or we'll just see them somewhere on the island.
Well, I'm pretty sure we will. And then, people come into it. I'll know as the first experience, a lot of times you kind of want to giggle when you're hearing the names, like dog and cat and cow and cat and Shavasana and Chaturanga. And we talked about it before. It sounds like, menus on an Indian restaurant, menu items on it for an Indian restaurant, or, stuff like furry monkey. No, I just made that one up.
But there is the Hanumanasana, is the Monkey King pose.
Monkey King. There we go. A
lot of the postures, they're named after legends and myths and things like that.
And they come from nature. And it's a natural way for your body to move. Yeah. Sitting on the couch watching Netflix for 8 hours is not natural.
No.
In yoga, we put your bodies into those natural poses and stuff like that. So anyway, Bonnie.
Yeah. So thank you for being our guest and sharing more about your journey,
Core
about Power Yoga, how to get started. And we hope that our listeners will reach out and take advantage of those 2 weeks for free and get healthy.
Some yoga.
Yeah, get healthy in your mind and your body. Yes. Go visit Bonnie.
Come chaturanga with us.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Or not, if you choose not to, that's fine.
But just at least check it out.
Yeah.
At least check it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, thank you both so much.
Sure. All right.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Aloha. Thank you.
Yeah, my favorite pose is the Shavasana at the end where you just lay on your back.
Yep.
Spread your arms out. You just make a big X on the ground and then fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
I do that also after lunch.
Okay, so make sure you go to corepoweryoga.com
Yeah.
for a studio near you.
CorePowerYoga.com. So we got a couple minutes left. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about hiring.
Hiring.
Yes.
JoinTeamLally.com. Again, the site is JoinTeamLally.com. We are looking for some superstars.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to have any real estate experience or even a license. We will work with you through
And
that
even
process.
if you do have a license and you are experienced and even productive, come plug in and become more profitable.
Become more profitable because at the end of the day, it's quality of life, and what is your
And
why?
leverage.
And leverage.
Leverage.
So, we'll just put it out there. What are the facts? We provide an 80K guarantee. If you don't make 80K in your first year,
we'll pay the difference.
We'll pay the difference. Now, is it like, you just come and chill and just sit around for a whole year?
Mm-mm.
No. We got about 15 things that you need to do. Is any of the items on that list, Adrian, like stick an ice pick in your eyeball?
No.
Run barefoot on broken glass?
Mm-mm.
Gargle with lava? No, none of those. They're simple things. Prospecting, learning scripts, come to the coaching training, show up to team meetings, do all the things that it sounds crazy, but this is what successful agents do. And we surround you with accountability.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how you have the success. And what we do is we have the agents focus on the things that allow them to provide a high level of service to their clients. And we as business owners, business leaders, we do all the other stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. What else?
Leverage.
Oh, career nights.
Yep.
Let's say, I don't want to go through Join Team Lally. I just want to even just check it out. Even Miller Lite. Career night.
So go to hawaiicareernight.com. Actually, if you scroll down, we do have a free real estate class that's
free
coming
real
up.
estate class.
I don't know. It might have already. I know it's sometime in March.
They come and go, but anyway, those are like $500-$600,
Mm-hmm.
and you get this class that you can take through us on our website, teamlally.com or jointeamlally.com. No, I think it's on. Well, they'll find it.
The link is on hawaiicareernight.com.
hawaiicareernight.com.
Yeah, we do the career night every other month.
Yeah.
So you can pop on and ask questions and see what it takes to have a career in real estate.
Yeah. So one of the things we like to do is have a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, last thing in a couple of minutes, I want to talk about PSI, Personal Self-Improvement Institute. We got a class coming up.
Oh, April 1st, 2nd,
April 1st.
and 3rd.
It is not an April Fool's joke.
Nope.
It's a pretty intense weekend training, as intense as you want to make it. And it's about changing you, the person. A lot of times we focus on changing the external, which we don't really have any control over.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about changing you. And I will tell you that we've accredited a lot of our success, positive change in our team members that's helped us be more successful, sell more real estate, and be better people.
So go check it out.
Yeah.
PSI seminars.
All righty.
Thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jody and Derek of Pacific Rim Mortgage.
Bradley with Allstate Insurance.
Kenji with Pillar to Post Home Inspections.
John with Kilauea Pest Control.
Duke with Hawaii Pacific Property Management.
Kyle with Impact Wealth Solutions.
Robinson with Fine Line Paintworks.
James of Kaji Cleaning.
Chastity with American Floor and Home.
Jake with Skytech Construction Roofing and Solar.
And Ryan with Zero Res Hawaii. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com.
We also want to give a big thank you to Leah Rodriguez, our producer here in the studio.
Yee-hoo!
Make sure to tune in next week. We'll have an awesome guest talking about something that'll change your life.
Forever. This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and our time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
The proceeding.